Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Chapman Arena in the Firebird Fieldhouse at a Holy Ghost Prep, where we have Pottstown taking on HGP. The Firebirds went scoreless on their first opening drive, and now Pottstown has the ball top of the key, coming into the paint, and they lost it. And now it's a quick turnover, the Firebirds take over. Here comes HGP across half court. So Jack, what is your key to victory today for the Firebirds?
Key to victory in this game is just make sure everyone gets enough minutes as to where they can put their own part in. Yeah, last game I believe we saw a big swappage in every 3 or 4 so minutes. I think if they can let starters get out there for a bit longer and let Stenardo shoot more, I think there's definitely a chance that this could be on the easier side.
Well, that is a good point. I do think that turnovers are going to be the big factor. The Firebirds had a lot of turnovers in their last game against Bensalem, which may have cost them the game towards the end. There's a late 3 by Pottstown. It goes nowhere. And here comes Tommy Nahill. He's wide open, and Nahill lays it up and takes a foul. So no good on the layup, but the Firebirds, the turnovers were a problem early. They turned the ball over on their last drive, and now Tommy Nahill go to the line to shoot too. And Nahill's first one is up, bounces off the front of the rim, and falls. So a minute 20 seconds into the game, we have our first point. It's 1-0 Firebirds, and Nahill will shoot one more. And his second shot is up and good. The 2-0 Firebirds, Pottstown takes over. They'll inbound from underneath their own net.
I mean, Nahill's quite easily the tallest guy on the team, so he's going to be a big guy based on the height of Pottstown, per se.
That's how they agreed. Here's Charlotte open for 3. It's no good.
Another big factor is that Pottstown only has 2 guys on the bench. So
A very short bench, so they're going to have to have their starters out for a long time, as you mentioned, for the Firebirds.
exactly.
And now 3, it's blocked. And a great block, 3 by Robbie Segarich. Coming up on the near side, pass to Stenardo. Lays it up and in.
Hey!
Mark Stenardo, last week's MVP of the game for the JV team, makes it 4-0 HGP. And now his pass over the middle, almost picked off.
Whoa.
And that's a clear foul going against Dean Bergkoetter of the Firebirds.
I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. It looked like he bear hugged him from the top.
Yeah. It will not be a shooting foul. It will simply be an inbound from the sideline right outside the doors, or right in front of the doors. One bounce pass, back up to the top. Pass has an open 3 if they want it. They'll pass it around. On the top again, cutting in, slicing through the paint, and stripped away. Here from the Firebirds. Stenardo is Segarich. It's Stenardo taking it himself, and it is up and good.
Hey.
Mark Stenardo, quick 4 points, and it's 6-0. Now a quick turnover again. Segarich, can he make it 8? Goes to the top. Sharlin, who took a 3-pointer earlier and missed, going around the horn. Here's a 3. Mark Stenardo couldn't hit it. Rebound by Segarich. Back on the top to Stenardo. Second chance. It's up. It's good.
Dang!
Mark Stenardo, 7 quick points, 9-0 Firebirds.
Timeout called.
Yeah, timeout called by Pottstown. They needed it. 4:22 to go in the first quarter, and the Firebirds offense is on fire.
That was 9 points in the last minute and 18 seconds. That is huge, and that's a massive start to this game.
And all 7 by Mark Stenardo.
Well, plus the Nahill free throws.
Well, you said it was 7 points in the last minute.
No, all 9.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because the Nahill free throws were at,
Yeah.
5:40 left?
Yeah, so 9
Yeah, this is
quick
crazy.
points. Obviously, a 9-0 run for the Firebirds. As we said, a timeout for Pottstown gives up. All right. So coming out of the timeout, Pottstown will start with the ball from underneath their own net, looking to rebound from 9 straight points from the Firebirds in the last 60 or so seconds. Pottstown will inbound from underneath their own net. It's one bounce pass to the near side, locked back up, and knocked out a play by Tommy Nahill. And the ball stuck in the stands for the second. And Pottstown will have an inbound right in front of the broadcast booth. Another one bounce pass in. They cut across midcourt.
Stenardo playing close defense.
Yeah, and he is very good at it. Pushed him into the corner, he backs off again. Pottstown's looking for their first points. They drop out to 3, and it's no good. They pass it around. They hold off on the 3. Now another pump fake, and Pottstown can't get a shot off. Great man-on-man defense for the Firebirds. A pick set at midcourt. Now charge to the paint. It's up, and it's no good. Rebounded out in front. Nahill tips it to Sharlin. Zach Sharlin coming across midcourt. Throws it up, and it's a layup. The layup is no good. It was Dean Bergkoetter who took the shot. And now coming in, it's again no good for Pottstown. And the shots are just not falling. Sharlin lofts up and intercepted. Intended for Stenardo, who has the last 7 points for either team. And now almost a travel. Ruled a clean play, kept barely in bounds. And Pottstown will have a chance to reset. They back up to the top. They need to keep it on their own side. They will, and it's a Firebird ball. Or is it? It is not. It is ruled Pottstown. Whoa. So a close play at the top, and the Firebird defense remains on point.
I mean, they're playing man-to-man. They are not playing zone here because I'm assuming that means Pottstown is a big driving team.
Yeah.
They're not a 3-ball team.
And Pottstown needs to get over fast. They pass it across, running out of time, and they'll just barely get over. Avoiding a 10-second violation, they lose it, and this time the ball goes to the Firebirds. More great defense, this time by Zach Sharlin. And HGP with the inbound. Stenardo takes the drop back. Stenardo comes across midcourt, dumps it off for Zach Sharlin. Sharlin with a couple assists, looking for another one. Segarich for 3, it's good! Robbie Segarich, the second 3-pointer of the day for the Firebirds. His first points of the game. It's 12-0 HGP. Now tripped away again. Segarich bodies a man. It's good. Robbie Segarich, and it's 14 in a row for HGP.
I mean, I cannot say I expected this with
Another,
a minute 20 in.
turnover.
Oh, my.
Bergkoetter up and good. And the foul.
My.
Oh, my goodness. Dean Bergkoetter
This
goes
is
to the line
insane.
for an and one.
Keep in mind, this has all happened in the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds. 16 consecutive points for Ghost. This is a crazy streak.
This has certainly been an action-packed first half. Pottstown with a lot of turnovers. Need to work on that heading into the second quarter and beyond. Bergkotter's foul shot is good.
Wow.
And almost all the starters besides Zach Sharlin had points to start. And another quick turnover, almost a turnover. Rebound by Pottstown. Back up to the top. They almost bobbled the 3. Rebounds. They're coming around the top, from the top of the key. Looking for somewhere to go. Again from 3. Lofts it up. Fourth and that. It was a 2-pointer. It's no good.
Here comes Segarich driving up court. Past to Stenardo. Right side. Left side over to Bergkoetter. Back up to Key to Stenardo. Drives out Bergkoetter. Key. Pass to Nahill. Right side. 2-ball range. Right wing to Bergkoetter.
Sharlin's open the top of the key. They choose not to go to him. Segarich in the corner. Pulls it back out. Now it's Sharlin. It's a 3-pointer, and it's good.
Oh my! 20 straight points!
Everyone for the Firebirds that was on the field, on the court to start, has a point. It's Stenardo. It's a 3. Will it fall? No. Rebound. Great rebound by Segarich in front. Segarich over to Sharlin. He just hit a 3 a second ago. Charged into the paint, and it was no good. Almost rebounded by Nahill, but he lost it. Here comes Pottstown, down 20-0 early. Coming into the paint, and it's no good. Rebounded by Pottstown in front. 2-pointer, no good. From the paint, pivots, and that one finally falls.
Finally, the streak. It's over.
And Pottstown gets their first points of the game. There's 5 minutes and 48 seconds into regulation. A minute 12 to go in the first quarter. It is a 20-2 All right, we can come back. So second timeout of the game called by either team. The first one by the Firebirds. So one timeout called by each team, a couple remaining. Only a combined total of 3 fouls, 2 of them going against Pottstown, and 1 of them going against the Firebirds. But those foul shots would not make a difference, and it's a 20-2 Firebird lead. Pottstown finally getting their first points of the game on the board, their last offensive possession, and Stenardo will take it across midcourt.
I mean, in terms of ghosts, 1 foul for the first 6 minutes is incredible from what we've seen so far this year.
Yeah. So it's Aden McDonald getting his name called for the first time today. Now it's Nahill from the top of the key. Nahill over Stenardo. Stenardo dumps it back down, up and no good. Rebound tipped back towards the net. That was Bergkoetter, who had 2 opportunities, neither one falls. And Pottstown looking to take some momentum back. Going around the pivot at the top of the key again. There's a back, intercepted. It's McDonald. McDonald coming across midcourt, away for some reinforcements. He has Bergkoetter behind him. He chooses to go to Stenardo along the far side. Stenardo dumps off to Jeremiah Muturi. Muturi, wide open McDonald. He chooses not to shoot. Coming back, Nahill. It's a triple, and it is no good. Rebound almost lost by Pottstown. That should have been an easy rebound.
Almost
they do get
picked.
it. Yeah, they do get it, but that was almost a blown opportunity.
Under 7 seconds to play, and it looks like the quarter will most likely drain out as Bergkoetter blocks it. It's put up. Pottstown will not shoot and take 22 first quarter.
That is insane. 20-2 Firebirds. 7 minutes down, 21 to go, and Pottstown with some stuff to work on going into those last 21. Again, your score after 1 quarter. The Firebirds. So the first quarter has come to an end. 20-2 Firebirds lead. The second quarter starting up in just a second. Pottstown will start with the ball from just out front of the broadcast booth. The second of 4 7-minute quarters is about to get underway. It's a quick inbound back up to the top. They come across the Firebird emblem at midcourt.
Firebirds put out a different lineup for the second quarter, with Brody Bass being put in.
Aden Brody getting his name called for the first time in these last 2 games. He has good defense to start. Pottstown with the ball. They hold off on a 3. Dumps it off inside the paint, and a good foul by Muturi, but it's up and the layup is up and good, so it'll be an and 1 opportunity for Pottstown. It's Jeremiah Muturi getting the foul, and Pierce he'll be subbed out. Or maybe not. So the foul shot for Pottstown is up no good. Rebounded by Pottstown. They have an opportunity for a 4-point play, and they're going to get it. So Pottstown taking some momentum back. And it's 20-5. Or sorry, 20-6. It should be 20-6. Muturi from the far side. He was not subbed out. Passes it across and intercepted again. Here comes Pottstown up on the far side, and that's a foul. It was Connor Graham getting called for the foul. Not a questionable call, but it appeared 2 players got tangled up. But either way, it'll be Pottstown possession right out in front of the HGP bench. So 32 seconds into the second quarter, the scoreboard has been updated to 20-6. Pottstown with the ball. It's a 1 bouncer up to the top of the key. They've had their open looks, they have not taken them. And is that a foul? And it is not. It'll be a violation on Pottstown. The Firebirds regain possession. as you mentioned to start the game, Pottstown riding a very short bench, only 2 men on at any given time.
I mean, I don't know how it's going to work with winning with a 2-man bench. I mean, when your guys get tired, they're going to have to stay out there as the lack of people you can go to.
I mean, Alabama once won a game with only 3 men in the fourth quarter. Pottstown with a rebound after the missed layup by Aden McDonald. As I was saying just a few seconds ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide defeated the Indiana Hoosiers a few years ago with only 3 men on their bench, or only 3 men available on their team as their whole bench was ejected.
You're talking basketball?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep forgetting they have a basketball team.
So a 3 for Pottstown. It's now 20-9. They have scored 7 straight. The Firebirds need to make a comeback. It's Brody charging in, and he'll be fouled. Aden Brody goes to the line.
I believe this is Brody's first minutes of the home season.
Yeah, I believe so. He did not play against Ben Salem in the last game. He will not go to the line. It will be Connor Graham. It will inbound. Graham throws into McDonald. McDonald charging in. That's a clear foul. It'll be called. And McDonald should go to the line. And it appears he will.
So McDonald's a freshman, and that's pretty interesting. Yeah, he's a freshman, I believe.
No, the only freshman on JV, Aden McDonald.
And I mean, he's getting consistent minutes from what I can see, so he might be a future of Ghost basketball in making.
So McDonald makes his first foul shot. So the first points of the second quarter for the Firebirds, ending a 7-0 Pottstown run. So after only 3 fouls the entire fourth quarter, we're not even halfway through the second quarter, and there have been 4 this quarter. And that's combined for both teams. So McDonald from the foul line, his second, it's good. McDonald makes both of his. It's 22-9 HGP. Pottstown turned the ball over a few times at first quarter. They have not done it yet. They almost did now as they swing it around. They're looking for trying to find a look from 3. It'll be intercepted by Aden Brody. Brody flying up across midcourt. One bouncer. McDonald up and over. A bicycle shot for Aden McDonald. And it's 24-9 Firebirds.
That was a great layup right there.
Yeah. So here is Pottstown, and the Firebirds take over. It appears to be an inbound violation on Pottstown. And Jeremiah Muturi will be the one to throw it in. And now a late sub for Pottstown. Muturi throws back up to the top. It's Aden Brody who has the ball and takes his time with it. So it's Brody, Muturi, Bass,
McDonald, and Graham.
So now Brody dumps it off to Graham. Graham back to Brody. Brody to the top. Goes over to Muturi. Muturi to McDonald. McDonald back to Brody. And the Firebirds playing hot potato. Now Brandon Bass. It's a triple. It's good.
Wow.
The Firebirds shots have just been dropping. And they've been dropping in the masses. It's 7 straight points. Now another turnover. McDonald lays it up and it was blocked before it got there.
And the Firebirds remain possessing of the ball.
This has been a game of runs for either team. The Firebirds started it off with 20 straight points. Then Pottstown goes on a 9-0 run, and now HGP back on a 7-0 run. And it's 27-9 where we stand at the moment. Muturi with a one bouncer over to Brody. Brody has a 3 if he wants to. He decides to charge towards the rim and was fouled before he got there.
Contrary to Pottstown, Ghost has as many people on the bench as they want at any given moment. I mean, they can swap all they want. I don't think it's a smart idea to, but they just have anyone available.
Yeah, almost a full bench, and I think almost half their roster has a point already.
They have forwards and point guards sitting on the bench for who wants to come out.
Brody looks up to Bass. Bass has it stripped away from him. Here comes Pottstown. Up across half court again. A dump off. It's a layup. It was no good. An awkward shot. Rebounded again, and this time it's by the Firebirds. McDonald takes it up across the three-point line. Almost a travel. They say no. And Brody is fouled and one.
Wow.
Aden Brody went flying, and it was almost a 180-degree shot as he was parallel to the floor when he went down and shot it.
He put himself on the line there, and it worked. It gave Ghost 2 points and a chance for a third.
Yeah, 29-9 Firebirds. And then they could win the race to 30 before Pottstown even gets 10. Brody dribbles it twice.
And they will.
30-9 HGP. They have scored 10 straight. So a three-point play completed by Aden Brody, his first points of his home JV season.
I wonder if we'll see points where it goes Ghost Pottstown Ghost or Pottstown Ghost Pottstown.
That's what it's been going so far. 20.
I don't know if we'll be seeing that the whole game. No, I mean like 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, reversing.
I don't think so.
I don't think we'll see it the whole game based on how it's going right now.
Yeah. So Pottstown with a very small violation, they'll inbound it from right where it occurred. Brody going into a double team. Now the Firebirds play man-on-man defense. Brody pressuring him and is called a foul against Aden Brody. He disagrees with it, but Pottstown go to the line. So the 11th foul of the game, the 8th foul of the second quarter. The Firebirds have made the most of theirs. Pottstown looking to start doing something. It's now a pivot. And back and forth with it again. Pottstown can't find someone open. They go for the paint, and it's a great threading the needle pass, and Pottstown has ended the Firebirds' 10 consecutive point run. And they've made it to double digits. It's 30-11. Muturi shaking his leg off. He may have got tangled up for a second. He appears fine now. Brody charges in. Aden Brody, his 5th point of the game. And it's 5 straight for the Firebirds from Aden Brody.
I mean, 5 points getting your first playing minutes at home. That's big.
Yeah. So both sides varsity teams sitting behind the bench. It appears Pottstown have a short varsity bench as well. And a foul at the top. Called against Scott Harkins, the junior. And the ball belongs back to Pottstown. Now here's Pottstown. We'll have the ball from their three-point line. They'll try to make a charge towards the paint as they pull it off. Now again, another drop-off. Pottstown's only attempted 1 3 and hit it. They're looking for an opening to get another one. Pass out to the top to the side. Pressure to the corner again. On the turnover it is. Scott Harkins forces the turnover. Here's Brody. Brody looking for 7 straight. Moving on in, and he gets it again. Aden Brody, 7 straight points. And it's 34-11. And like we said before, it was 2 points for Pottstown. Now a 4-0 run for the Firebirds in the last minute. Lofted up, and Pottstown answers that. 34-13. That's an easy 2-point layup. Lofted down again. Aden Brody has 7 straight. He's in a hot hand. He dumps it off to Graham. Graham to Brandon Bass in the paint. Lofts it up. No good. Rebounded by Pottstown off the boards. Coming across half court again. Slicing through is taken away. Connor Graham with a steal. Lofts it down to Brandon Bass. Bass for 2 is no good. Rebounded by Harkins. He lost it. And now Pottstown takes it across from the three-point line. Through half court. Bass, more good defense. Lofted up by Pottstown. And it was a Hail Mary shot. Does not fall. Harkins dumps up to Jeremiah Muturi. Almost. Wow. Yeah, that was a great cross-up by Muturi after he almost lost the ball. And Graham dumps off to Harkins. Harkins from the foul line. No good.
I mean, JV's doing their thing right now. All these guys are future varsity when the sophomores graduate, and they are making it big right now after starting out 0-3.
Yeah. Now going stutter step. It's a 3. It's good. So Pottstown has only attempted 2 threes all game and has hit both of them. So key for the second half for them might be to shoot more threes.
I mean, maybe. They're shooting them pretty well.
Yeah. So Connor Graham, pump fake, some sort to Scott Harkins. Harkins to Brody. Brody pivots, looking for a way in, boxed out. Goes back up the top again, wide open Graham. Makes 3 no good. 27 seconds and ticking to go in this first half. And Pottstown looks like they'll hold on to the ball and try to get the last shot. It was almost intercepted by Brody. And it was knocked away into the stands by Jeremiah Muturi, and the Pottstown will inbound from the sideline. So the Firebirds just barely missed 2 turnover opportunities. Pottstown throws it in. 16 seconds, 15 seconds, and ever ticking. Down to 10. Final 10 seconds for Pottstown. They hope to take the last shot. Looks like they'll have the opportunity to. Being boxed out from 3. They're 2 for 2 from beyond the arc today. It's a third. It's no good. And that is how the half ends. It was a late layup attempt by Pottstown. It does not fall, and that describes the entire first half. Pottstown getting all the shots they need, just none of them falling, and the Firebirds more than double their score. It's 34-16, 14 down, 14 to go. Let's put it on the bottom. All right, we're good. So coming off the first half, 14 down, 14 to go, and the first seconds of that last 14 will be underway as Zach Sharlin inbounds to Stenardo. Stenardo from 3, and it's a pass out to Segarich. Segarich underneath to Stenardo. Stenardo, it's a double layup, it's no good. Bergkoetter goes to the line to shoot 2 after his layup was blocked by 2 different Pottstown defenders.
Well, that was quick. 13 seconds in, and we already got a foul.
Yeah. Like I said, only 3 the whole first quarter, and then 10 the second quarter, and now 1 in 13 seconds in the third.
That was totally what I expected. I knew the temporary no fouls wouldn't last.
Says LeBron James.
LeBron James knew the fouls would ramp up.
So Bergkoetter goes 2 for 2 at the line. He has not missed a foul shot yet today, and it's 36-16 HGP. So now Pottstown lofts it up. They'll come across the written emblem. Now across half court. Pivot. Going towards the paint, and 2 different whistles
Ball
sound.
so hard.
Yeah, 2 different whistles sounded. It was a bang-up in between Sharlin and Nahill. I believe Sharlin was called for the foul. And Pottstown will go to inbound. Has lofted up, and Pottstown takes it from the top of the key. It's a small drop-off. Pottstown needs to come out of a 20-point hole after they were down by the same amount to start the game when it was 20-0. Pottstown throws it to the side. It's a 3. It's no good. The first three-point attempt missed today by Pottstown. They were 2 for 2 before.
I mean, still only 3 points. Only 3 3-point shots at this point in the game is kind of shocking. Like, especially when you're playing Ghosts.
Exactly. You have to be desperate at this point. And now again, wide open 3-point attempt is pulled off. Now he shoots it from the line, and it's actually ruled a 2. And now Nahill, it was a missed anyway. Nahill lofted up and almost a bicycle shot. Tommy Nahill went spinning towards the net, and he missed it by an inch. Pottstown takes it across half court through the emblem, and he's fouled. There's no roster for Pottstown today, so I'm going by numbers. There's 14 that goes to the line for Pottstown. That's a second foul against Ghost early. Pottstown has the ball from the foul line, and they'll shoot 2. First one's in and out. Like I said earlier, that basically describes this entire game for Pottstown. They have had the looks, they have had the opportunities, just have not been able to capitalize on them. So the second foul shot just barely rattles in, and now it's a 19-point deficit for Pottstown. Stenardo takes it across the 3-point line from half court, subs up to Sharlin. Sharlin pivots, pump fakes a pass. Now he'll try to charge it himself. Sharlin up and no good, batted away, and Pottstown takes over. So here's Pottstown charging it into the paint, almost got bodied, no foul was called. And Robbie Segarich takes it across half court.
Seems like they're going back to the start of the game lineup after going with the backup lineup into the second quarter.
Yeah, as a smart decision, just make sure everything stays A-OK.
Bergkoetter. Oh!
Bergkoetter, almost the brilliant layup. It does not fall. And Pottstown takes it up, and they're looking to change momentum as they try to do early in the first. And Stenardo tried to rip it out of the Pottstown, I'll say, attacker's hands, and it was called for the foul. So here's Pottstown from just outside the 3-point arc. They come charging in. Nahill, great defense, and no one can get over top of Nahill, but it passed through his legs, and it was almost 2 for Pottstown, but now Sharlin takes it up for Holy Ghost. Sharlin, back to Stenardo, back to Sharlin. It's a 3, it's no good. May have been tipped onto the release from Zach Sharlin. Here's Pottstown up across half court. Past the Powerade sign on the scorer's table on the opposite side of us. One bounce pass down, spin move. Great move by Pottstown. Up and over, it's no good.
Again, everyone, this is the Coaches vs. Cancer game, so for the varsity game, everyone will be wearing pink. It will be a pink out. Everyone's wearing pink in the stands. At least all the Ghost students are wearing the pink hoodies that were sold roughly, a month and a half ago?
Yeah, SGA, and they're very nice hoodies as well.
They're sweet.
So Stenardo taking his good old time, as he should. Run the clock out, keep the lead steady. And Stenardo charges towards the hoop, it's no good. There has not been a basket made by either team in the second half, and we are almost 3 minutes into it.
I mean, hey, after all the scoring in the first half, we kind of need a little bit of defense.
And that was and it's a travel called against Pottstown. Disagreement from both the refs. And the head overrules. It was a very late call either way, but the right one.
Indeed.
So 36-17, HGP has the ball. It's Segarich to Stenardo, and we saw that connection a lot in the last game against Bensalem. Stenardo needs to get across half court fast. He will. Dumps it off to Robbie Segarich. Segarich makes a move, no foul. Segarich charging in, up and out, and no good. And neither team can do anything offensively in the second half. Here's Pottstown up across half court. A stutter step, no travel, wide open three, and it does not fall. And Nahill dumps up to Bergkoetter, gets the rebound. Bergkoetter to Segarich. Segarich going forward to Sharlin. It was deflected before it got there, but Sharlin recovers. And now Zach Sharlin takes his time. Dribbles just outside the three-point arc. It's Mark Stenardo. Stenardo holds off, goes back to Sharlin. Sharlin pivots, pulls off. Dumps off to Tommy Nahill. Nahill makes a move. No travel call. It's good. The first basket by either team this second half. It's 4 minutes in, and it's Tommy Nahill getting his 4th point of the game. It's 38-17 Firebirds.
I mean, that was arguably the longest scoring streak we've seen this entire. Okay.
They're scoring drought, and now another 3 hit by Pottstown. They're 3 for 5 from beyond the arc, and it's down to an 18-point deficit.
Well, maybe here comes the scoring for the quarter.
Maybe. So Stenardo dumps up to Sharlin. Sharlin charges in. What a play, and Zach Sharlin can't finish.
Segarich.
And Segarich gets the rebound and is fouled. And almost makes the behind-the-back shot after the play.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah. So as we said earlier, Pottstown coming off a short bench. Their 2 subs that are available at any given time will come on. So only 2 sets of fresh legs available for each shift for Pottstown, and the same situation will be the case with their varsity team, as there is literally nobody on that sideline. Sharlin dumps it off to Dean Bergkoetter. Bergkoetter wide open with Stenardo. He chose not to shoot. Rebounds. Zach Sharlin, and it rims in and out. And Sharlin just getting bad luck with the rim. Here's Pottstown again across half court. A stutter step. Segarich avoids the foul, and a good job doing so. Ball being dribbled around the open zone at the top of the key. Pottstown making men miss. From the corner, looking to charge in, they almost lose it. Back up to the side. Again, no shot clock in JV basketball, or varsity for that matter. Now a pass, it was a bullet pass, and it's corralled in by Pottstown. From the top of the key, what can they do with it? Something off again. They've held the ball for almost 20 seconds without a shot. Going up and over, that was barely a shot, and it's no good. And Bergkoetter will be fouled. 1, 2. So the foul was called against Pottstown. It'll be number 24.
No, 14. Oh, I thought you meant.
Firebirds.
Okay. Thought you meant player.
That might be Colin McGrenehan who will inbound. And he'll inbound to Aden McDonald. McDonald, Muturi, Bass, and Sharlin. Back to most of the second team, as you said earlier. Muturi. And it's blocked, and that was a great block by Pottstown to prevent Muturi from getting his first points of the game. Up and over, and that was no good as well. And the rims have not been kind to either team here.
Pottstown just recovered it with a swarm of ghosts.
Yeah, and that's a foul against Muturi. Reached a little too late, and a good call. So Pottstown will inbound from underneath their own net. They need to do something to get the momentum back. Down by 18, it's intercepted. Muturi,
Wow.
1-on-none. Jeremiah Muturi, and it is no good. Bass, rebound. That bounces in and out. And now here comes Pottstown. 55 seconds to go. What can Pottstown do? And now it's still stolen away. Aden McDonald, 1-on-1 again. And no good. The Fibers can't do anything. It's rebounded by Sharlin, who puts it home. 40-20, the Firebirds back out on top by 20, the third time that has been the case. 35 seconds to go. Pottstown's looking to make the scoreboard more appealing at this point. Dumps off from the paint, lofted up, it's no good. And lost again by McDonald out in front. Passing across, and that was just
I don't know who that was to.
it was just an awkward pass. And it looked like it may have been tipped by a Firebird, but it's ruled off on Pottstown. So it's McDonald. McDonald and McGrenehan who will have the ball from underneath their own net. "14 seconds to go in the third quarter. One final 7-minute quarter will be after this. Muturi up and no good for 2. Again, neither team can really do much of anything offensively in this third quarter. And the shot from Pottstown is late and no good at the end of the third quarter. So only 8 points scored total in that 7-minute third quarter. It's 40-20 Firebirds, and we'll have final 7 minutes coming up in just a few seconds. Again, your score after 21 minutes of play is the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds 40 and Pottstown 20. So 21 minutes down, 7 minutes to go. In the first few seconds, those tick off in a Pottstown possession, down by 20. Can they make the scoreboard look more appealing or possibly mount a 20-point comeback? The Firebirds scored 22 in the opening quarter, so it is possible. McDonald cutting in, and he is fouled. And McDonald went down a little awkwardly. He gets back up steadily. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Turned into a starfish on the way down, which is not a good sign. I mean, we've seen that before. Well, no, definitely. But if before he got up, it didn't look too good.
No.
Especially with the injuries that have been coming up recently.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of, Charles Steinmetz inactive for today's game with an ankle injury suffered late against Ben Salem. So McDonald's first foul shot lofted up and good. 41-20 HGP on top. And the second foul shot up and no good. And it's rebounded by Pottstown. So McDonald goes 1 for 2 at the line to increase the lead to 21.
6.5 left to play as Pottstown goes up to the key.
So from the three-point line, they try to do a pass in. It was bobbled and blocked by McDonald.
Wow!
Adam McDonald gets the block, and it must have been off of a Pottstown offenseman underneath the hoop, so it's a Firebird ball.
What a block that was. From behind him, reached over and snagged it.
Yeah, great block it was, as you said, and Pottstown have a late substitution as McDonald comes in off the inbound from Jeremiah Muturi. Now it's Colin McGrenehan. McGrenehan underneath, and Aden Brody can't get it to fall. And he is not alone. And no Firebird can get it to fall here late. And now a foul called at midcourt. It'll be pushing. It may have been on Connor Graham. So Pottstown inbounds the ball from just outside their short bench. Pottstown going back and forth with it. Now from 3. Again, they're 3 for 5 today. And now they lost it. It's turned over Aden Brody. avoids the travel. Brody floats it up and is intercepted,
Wow.
intended for Aden McDonald, and a great defensive play by Pottstown. So here's Pottstown across midcourt. Goes it to the three-point line again. It's pulled off. And now triple team. And the first jump ball of the game. And this one goes in favor of Pottstown. 5:41 to go in regulation. 41-20. Holy Ghost Prep on top. And that's Colin McGrenehan getting his name called a lot. The junior. And he dumps off to McDonald. McDonald over to Muturi. Muturi charging and slicing through the defenders and can't get the layup to fall. And now here is Pottstown up across half court again. Spin move at the three-point line. Loses it in the paint. McDonald can't take it away. And it's ruled out of bounds off Pottstown. So Muturi inbounds it to Colin McGrenehan. 5:20 to go, and the Firebirds looking to play keep away for those last 320 seconds. McGrenehan back up to the top. Makes the man miss, and it's good. Off the base of the backboard. That was Scott Harkins getting his first points of the game for the Firebirds. 43-20, the Firebirds on top. And now a Pottstown player went crashing down to the court in the paint. Aden Brody gets the pass. Brody cuts to the defenders. No foul is good.
Wow.
Aden Brody lofts it up in the paint. It's 4 quick points for the Firebirds. They're starting to run away with it if they weren't already.
Nice floater on his way down, able to get it in. Quick too, make it a 25-point ball game.
Yeah. Here's Pottstown at the top. Can they do something with it? They cut towards the paint, loft it up, and a foul called against the Firebirds. So Pottstown go to the line to shoot 2. Off the one bounce inbound. 45-20 HGP. Chance to make it down to 23. And the first shot is good. So 45-21. 4:25 to go in regulation, and most likely the game. So the broadcaster of the Sixers-Lakers game last night called the Lakers dead when they were down by 9 with 1 minute to go. So I'm not going to do the same thing here late in this one. Because even though our coach is far better than Doc Rivers, anything can happen. And here is McDonald. McDonald back at the top to Muturi. Muturi to Aden Brody. It's a 3, and it's no good. So keep in mind, the Firebirds scored 20 points in a 4-minute span in the first quarter, and they've only scored 25 in every other second since then. And now Pottstown with an easy layup to make it 45-23. And now Muturi bounces it in to Scott Harkins. Harkins lost it in midcourt and it's turned over. Here comes Pottstown. Pottstown on the attack, and like I said, 4 straight points, no foul, and Pottstown appears to have been robbed from the and one. Aden Brody takes it up across the written emblem for the Firebirds. They cut in, and the shot is no good. Just didn't get enough muscle on it for the layup. Now here's Pottstown, and that'll be a foul. Who is it on? And it is on Aden McDonald of the Firebirds. So Pottstown will retain possession. And they'll shoot 2. So 3:28 to go in regulation. Pottstown will shoot 2 from the line. We're going to cut it back down to 18. And the first shot is no good, and it was a 1-on-1 attempt. So it'll stay at 20. Connor Graham. Graham pivots. It's a 2. It's no good. Rebounded by Pottstown. Up along the far side. They cut back. And a block, and it's up and no good. That would have been an acrobatic 2-point shot from the paint if it fell, but it did not, and it's a 12th foul of the quarter.
Half.
Or, sorry, half. 12th foul of the half. And the first foul shot is good. So that cuts the lead down to 19 at 45-26. 3:10 to go in regulation. And the second one is good as Aden Brody still joking about his missed layup a few seconds ago.
Hey, don't worry, we got you. It was close enough.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
We'll give you a 0.9 out of 10 on it.
So McDonald with a pass over to Scott Harkins. Harkins missed it, and here comes Pottstown right back on the attack. They lofted up his zone for 2. And Pottstown is coming back with a little bit of a late charge. I doubt it'll be enough, but it's still fun to see if you're a Pottstown fan. Aden McDonald cutting into the paint. Lofts it up. It's no good. He went down hard.
If that hit the backboard in the right way, that would have been one of the nastiest layups all season.
5-on-4 Pottstown, and it's good. 6 points in 30 seconds for Pottstown. McDonald's still slow to get up, and he is hobbling off to the sideline.
Maybe you should have made the Rivers comment.
No. No one can compare. No one's that bad as Doc Rivers. No one is as bad as Doc Rivers. We should have fired him last year. But back to this game. 45. It's now 31 for Pottstown. And they're saying they will not go down without a fight, although it may be too little too late. 2:35 to go in regulation. Muturi inbounds. Back to Graham. Graham back to Muturi. Muturi into the paint, and it's knocked away. However, the ball stays with the Firebirds. So Aden McDonald, who went down hard after the play, is not being checked out on the medical side. He is off the court at the moment, but that might just be because the game is almost over. So that's McGrenehan. McGrenehan in the paint, lost it up for 2, and it was the air ball. And now Pottstown takes it, and the ball stays with the Firebirds. And calls from the Pottstown side of an escorting call. That was not answered, and now Brandon Bass lays it up for 2.
Nice layup from B-Bass right there.
Yeah, Bass has not gotten his name called a lot today, but he's made the most of it when he has.
Ball so hard, Bass.
Yeah. So with the pass back from beyond the 3-point line, looking to cut back. They'll pass it around. Hot potato for Pottstown, and it's turned over. Or was it? Jump ball. The ball should belong to the Firebirds, but it will not. Pottstown will take over. And a substitution comes in for Pottstown, as their bench is now somehow shrunken down to 6. So only 6 players for Pottstown, 1 man on their bench at any given point, and that is shown, unfortunately, heavy today. So here comes Pottstown. And Scott Harkins called for the jump ball, and the ball goes to HGP. So a minute 43 to go, and the comeback for Pottstown should be too little too late at this point. 47-31 HGP. Here's McGrenehan. McGrenehan inching his way up across half court with a nice cutback. McGrenehan again taking his time, trying to use as much of the clock as possible. Bass to McGrenehan again. Muturi going around the horn. It's a 3. It's no good. And rebounded by Brandon Bass. Again, no shot clock here, so if the Firebirds have good ball handling, they can technically hold the ball for the last minute 19. Bass them soft to McGrenehan. McGrenehan, spin move. It's good for 2.
Wow.
49-31 HGP. A minute 10 to go in regulation.
Lead back up to 18.
Yeah. It was at its highest 26, at its lowest after the 20-point lead, at its lowest it was 14, and that was just a few 2 minutes it should go. It's back up to 18. So it's been a constant pace for the Firebirds. So 59.7 to go. Pottstown with a little pump fake. They'll inbound it from underneath their own hoop. From the top of the foul line, the top of beyond the arc at 3. They drop it off again. 49 seconds to go. Pottstown looking to get one last shot off, and it's in and out. And another Pottstown player went down late after the play. McGrenehan throws over to Graham. Graham to Bass.
Ooh.
Bass, spin move. It's up, and it is good. Bounces off the inside of the rim, and it falls. And it's a 50 spot for the Firebirds. They're at half 100 and +1 at 51.
Lead is back up to 20 now.
Yeah, 51-31 Firebirds. 23 seconds to go in the game. Now it's turned over. Jeremiah Muturi pivots, and he may have looked for a foul, holding his back a little bit after the play, and he'll throw it up forward to Brandon Bass. And Bass will hold on to it. 10 seconds to go, and that looks like it'll do it. The Firebirds dominate
what
the
a
first
game.
quarter, and it continues throughout the rest of the game. 51-31, HGP with a W.
What a game.
So it looked like it was going to be a blowout early on, so kudos to Pottstown for making a comeback. They only scored 2 points the entire first quarter, 29 in the 3 quarters after that. And your final score after 28 minutes of play is the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds 51.
Holy Ghost Prep ties it up. Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.